One of the more common things I hear in lessons, especially from slicers, is that when they get through the ball more, they don't slice it as much and they hit the ball straighter. In this video, I'm going to explain how actually turning less is going to help you draw the ball more and stop slicing. And I'll give you a couple of drills to help you work on your rotation so that you can find more fairways and strike the ball better. If you are new here, if you could please like and subscribe. I put new videos out like this every single week that I'm sure will help you in your game. Most golfers turn up to a lesson with me and they slice it. More than 80% of golfers slice, so it's the biggest issue we see in golf. And actually, one of the most misunderstood things from slicers is actually they're trying to turn more, certainly on the way through, in order to try and square the face and stop the ball going so far to the right. And I'm actually going to tell you that that is wrong. So what we have to understand is the effect that opening the body towards the target has on the golf club. And it does two things. The first thing is, the more open our body is, the more open the club face gets. So that's going to lead to the club face pointing to the right, so the ball starting right. And it's also going to lead to the face being open to the path, which causes that curve. The other thing it does is the more turn we have towards the target in the downswing, the more left our swing path and swing direction gets. Again, creating that left to right curve that's costing us fairways and shots across the round. Most amateur golfers don't turn enough in the backswing and then turn way too much in the downswing. And actually there's quite a lot of research data by people who use 3D that show amateur golfers actually turn more through the ball than most pros do, which is bizarre because most pros can hit draws and fades and most amateur golfers slice it. So instead of thinking turn more, turn more, turn more, that's what my mate says, oh, you need to get through it and all that sort of rubbish. Actually, what we should be trying to do is turning more in the backswing and turning less in the follow through. Because if we think about what would happen if our body remained closed when we swung down, club head would overtake our hands early, which would close the face. And having a closed body will always make our swing path and swing direction more out to the right. So instead of thinking I need to get to the top and really get through this one, which drags the swing direction and swing path left, actually what I'm telling you today we should be doing is swinging down and trying to keep our body closed, which you can see as I demonstrate sends the swing path and the swing direction way out to the right, which is what's going to create our draws and our hooks. Now this is quite an uncomfortable conversation to have with people because generally amateurs think that they need to really get through it because that produces like a strong pull. But all you've done on that shot is squared the face up and just, you've not hit a straight ball, you just hit a ball that goes straight left. Now that ball goes a long way, so I do see how amateurs get to this as an idea, but we actually have to get rid of this preconceived notion and sort of open our eyes to what the real world is, and that is we need a big turn on the way back and then less turn on the way through, and that will give us that draw swing. So this is my no turn on the way back and lots of turn on the way through. You can see how that ball's like cut off out to the right. And this is my all things being equal. I'm going to turn a lot on the way back and then not turn on the way through. And you can see how that's got an enormous curve out to the left. So where people struggle with this is the disassociation between arms and body. So what we have to do just to learn this is pull the trail foot back, make a big turn up to the top, get your arms into position to where they would be. And actually, can you bring your arms down to the ball without twisting your shoulders? Keeping your back to target. What most people do is they get to the top and then they turn their shoulders, and you can see how that drags my hands over the top, which then makes me pull across it. So once you can do that with no club, we then grab the club, do the same thing, turn to the top, and then can we leave our hips and shoulders in this same closed alignment and bring the club down? You can see by doing that how like ridiculously shallow and inside that gets the club. And then obviously I'm going to release the club and it's going to draw. What most people are doing is they go to the top, they turn their shoulders, they turn their hips because I'm trying to get through it more, I need more turn. And I end up in this crazy over the top slice position where I can't do anything but pull it or slice it. So a great drill for this is to simply hold your left arm out in front of you and practice just some one arm swings where you keep your lead arm pointing at the ball throughout the whole thing. And you can see how by doing that, I can start to swing through on an inside path and not over the top. The second drill we need to do is actually just to increase our backswing turn. So you want to pull your trail foot back, which opens up this hip, which then allows you to make a bigger turn. You have to remember it's big backswing turn, short follow through turn. That's the appropriate thing. It's not big turn to big turn. It's not small turn to big turn. It's big turn to small turn. You could even go as far as hitting some shots like this if you really wanted to. Topped it. But again, if you look at that again in slow motion here, is you can just see how inside and shallow that club is. And the reason I topped it is because it's so shallow, I just don't know where the club is. So if we drop that right foot back, that's going to allow us to make a big shoulder turn. And then what we're going to try and do is make a swing where we try to keep our hips pointed at the ball, our chest only open a little bit, but then a full follow through. So full turn back, no turn on the way through. Yeah, another big draw. This is going to feel very difficult for a golfer who's overused their body for a long time. And it also might feel really armsy, but the best players in the world generally hit the ball with their shoulders square-ish, hips a little bit open, and then finish pointing towards the target, where most amateur golfers I see finish all the way around here, hips way left, chest even further left, club wrapped all the way around them. And that just isn't appropriate for golfers trying to hit draws, certainly amateur golfers who want to stop slicing. The more we can learn to get our arms swinging through without our body opening up as much, the more we're going to actually be faster because we're using our small, fast twitch muscles in our arms and wrists into the ball and get the club on the inside working left. If I was out on the golf course and I was really going to try and hook one, I would literally stand there, make a huge turn on the way back, and actually try and keep my chest pointing back to the back camera or to the back wall or back up the hole and try and get the club swinging through like this. Because that is what gives us inside path and big hooks. The final drill you can do just to really work on this big turn to small turn is by turning to the top and then trying to keep your chest and hips pointing to the back of the driving range or back up the hole you're playing on. And again, that's really going to get you on an inside face closing position where you're going to create lots of whip speed and you're really going to get that ball turning over. So this one's quite hard to do, but we can give it a go. Hard to stay on balance, but you can really see how much I'm whipping that club over. All these amateur slicers are starting down by turning their shoulders, turning their hips, and that is just not helping. So if you as a golfer can learn to get to the top and try and get that club working down, our body is obviously turning, but turning at a much slower rate than most people, then that is going to get us into that draw impact. It's going to help us improve our driving, improve our distance, stop slicing, and it's going to help you improve your handicap. So give that a go. Let me know how you get on. Please remember to like and subscribe. That'd be great. Really helps YouTube push this to more people, which eventually helps me grow. So anything you can do to help, that would be amazing. Thanks very much for watching the videos. If you can please like and comment to boost the engagement, and subscribe if you don't already, that'd be great. If you like what I put out in these videos, you like what I say about technique, I can actually help you with your game no matter where you are in the world. So if you just want to click the link in the bio, it'll take you to Skillist, which is an online coaching platform, and there you can look to see what I do, and actually I can help you with your game. So analyze your swing, give you some drills and tips to help you improve, so we can work together to help you lower your handicap. But anyway, let's get back to the video.